I mean, the gross profit's going to be the first thing, right? Like after what we call COGS or cost of goods sold, because there you have to be careful, and that's where if you're looking at the COGS and what are the cost of goods sold, are these actual costs of goods sold or are these just like monthly expenses? Because you really have to delineate between those two things. And
Hmm.
people debate on where what you put where, but it's to me it's pretty simple. Because if there's enough left over, right, on the gross profit, you got to get that number to a point where you have enough money for the expensive, so you can hire the additional staff
That's right.
or support staff, as I'll call it, right? You have to have that so you can get better software, that you can get better marketing. If you are running out of gas on your gross profit already, like you're never going to save your net profit, right?
So
If your gross profit's 10%.
what would be like if we said green, yellow, red, right? Like gross profit margin greater than is green, gross profit between X and Y is yellow, and gross profit below something is would indicate red to you. In a storm restoration market like you're in, we're not thinking retail because that's I would assume you know that side of it better, right?
Yeah, I mean, my baseline number, and I think this is not just for roofing. This is for any business. You got to be at like 33%. It's just a it's weird how the numbers work out, but you gotta be at that. If you're under that, like you could maybe squeak by on 30, but
So
after that,
under
and if you're
33% is red. Like we got problems
yeah,
here. Like we need to know what's going on. We better figure this out fast, or we are going to be the statistic of someone that closes down, of that
yeah,
small
you're not
business
gonna
that
have
fails. Yeah,
yeah, you're gonna your operating capital is gonna be so tight
yeah,
that you're gonna feel like you're always begging the bank for money or your brother or whoever
yeah.
else you can get money from because there's jobs coming, you just can't pay to order anything because you're running yourself out of cash. So that would be I mean, storm restoration, I mean, you should be closer to 40
Okay.
probably, in gross profit is more of like what I would call the green. So maybe I'd put 33 as the orange,
Yep.
right?
Yeah.
So somewhere between 33 and 40, you're going to be okay. But yeah, 33 to 30, you're getting into the red zone for sure.
And and that's including your time,
Yes.
right? Like we gotta like as we said, the your profit margins can go up, and we're talking about net profit earlier, but like your net profit could go up, but your gross margins will reflect your time not being reflected in your financials also,
Right.
right? So if you're not
Right.
paying yourself a salary, if you're only taking distributions when the cash is in the bank and you're just pulling money out when you see it there, like you probably don't have a good view uh, of your margins.
100%.
Yeah.
That's a big one too, I would say, is like as owners, it was at Mike McAllowitz,
Oh yeah,
Profit.
profit first. Yep.
Yeah. Uh, love that book. And a lot of it, even if you don't follow that directly, is like you gotta if you don't pay yourself first, like you'll always be on a cash crunch. Like even if you didn't actually spend the money, but you put it in a bank account, like that's kind of what he does, right? Take the
Yeah.
little bit of profit, put it somewhere else.
Stick
At
it
least
over.
hey, if I need it, right? If I screwed up, I'm okay.
Yep.
But if you don't have that, like you're done for.
You're in trouble.